this is just stunning. Now, first off, well, let's play this clip. First off, let me say this. I, as a general rule, have never felt comfortable opining on the guilt or innocence of someone who is involved in some type of legal trial. I don't like to litigate those from afar. I didn't follow the O.J. Simpson thing at all. The legal system is fairly dysfunctional at times. I just think you need to be sitting in a courtroom and you need to be a juror to make those decisions. And the other day I did say that it sounded like to me that this guy Zimmerman murdered Trayvon Martin. And I don't know. We don't really know, and this will be taken, hopefully it will be taken to court. Sure sounded like to me. But the bigger issues, we're going to talk about this with Cliff. The bigger issues, in my estimation, the ones that we can talk about are the policy of this stand your ground thing and the behavior of the police department. In both instances, I think they're both. I think it's a reprehensible law, and the actions of the police department were beyond reprehensible. All right, with that said, you have to listen to this clip. Cliff and I will talk about this and more in just a few moments. But listen to this clip from Geraldo Rivera on Fox and Friends just this morning, I guess. Listen to this.
Let's talk about the Trayvon Martin case and what's going on in Florida.
Well, I have a different take, Brian, on that. I believe that George Zimmerman, the overzealous neighborhood watch captain, should be investigated to the fullest extent of the law, and if he is criminally liable, he should be prosecuted.
Now that, I think, is reasonable. That is the most reasonable thing that one could say at this point. There should be a real investigation. I suspect he's going to be found guilty of something. I don't know if it's murder or manslaughter or what it is. That's what I suspect, but we'll see as more facts come out. But then listen to this.
But I am urging the parents of Black and Latino youngsters particularly to not let their children go out wearing hoodies. I think the hoodie is as much responsible for Trayvon Martin's death as George Zimmerman was.
Stop it for 1 second. The hoodie is as responsible for Trayvon Martin's death as much as George Zimmerman is? So let me get this straight now. It's not guns that kill people. It's not even people that kill people. It's hoodies. It's hoodies that kill people. Just back up just a little bit here, because you have to hear the response from the Fox and Friends people. Go ahead.
Was.
What do you mean?
When you see a kid walking, Juliet, when you see a kid walking down the street, particularly a dark-skinned kid like my son Cruz, who I constantly yelled at when he was going out wearing a damn hoodie or those pants around his ankles, take that hood off. People look at you and they what's the instant identification? What's the instant association? It's those crime scene surveillance tapes. Every time you see someone sticking up a 7-Eleven, the kid's wearing a hoodie.
Now wait a second. We're not supposed to send kids out wearing hoodies? In the rain? Or at any time? You know what else we should not be doing? We should not be sending our kids out as dark-skinned, like Geraldo's son. I mean, I send my daughter out to school every day, and I'll let her wear a hoodie if it's raining, but she's not going out as a black kid or a Hispanic kid because... You wear that hoodie when you're black or Hispanic, man, you're just asking for trouble. You're asking to be shot. You're asking society to say, there goes another gangster. There goes somebody who's up to no good. Matt walked in today wearing a hoodie, and I'll tell you, it was this close. This close. I just immediately spun, and if I didn't have that one moment where I didn't happen to have a gun on me, there'd be nobody working the board today. This is unbelievable. The idea that somehow a hoodie is a license for someone to kill you. is beyond belief. It's beyond belief. You don't want your kid going out dressed as there are certain things I tell my daughter, you can't wear that. But it's not because I think she's going to be, she's inviting someone to shoot her. That's just beyond belief. Wow, Geraldo. Wow. You even had the lady from Fox and Friends go, what do you mean? Like, when you're presenting a theory to the Fox and Friends people and they don't get what you're talking about, you know you got a problem. Unbelievable.